Okay, so on this one, I'm trying to subtract a couple of fractions here. And to add or subtract fractions, you got to have the same denominators. Well, notice these already have it. So that's really nice. It's going to make this somewhat of an easier one. Write that first off. Already have same denominators. That's nice. If they didn't, I would have to make them have the same denominator before I could add or subtract. Okay, so then what? Well, then we can just do it. Now the denominator 3x squared, that's just going to be the common denominator. Okay, and then what do? You just bring down the top here, 4x plus 2. Now, watch this. Subtract. Now, negative 1x plus 2, I'm going to have to put that in parentheses. Or probably easier. Here, let me do that. I don't want to waste your time. You could just, the quickest, the easiest way to go is just to take that minus in the middle here and let it distribute. That's the big mistake. So watch this. Watch this. This is the big mistake. Plus 1x minus 2. That's the mistake. A lot of people remember to do the front. You know, they'll go like negative times negative is positive. They'll get that part, but then they'll forget that it also goes to the back. Remember, you're subtracting the whole fraction, not just the front part. So when you subtract a whole fraction, you've got to let that minus go to both of them, changing both the signs. That way you're subtracting the entire fraction that comes after it, not just the front part. The really, really common, this is almost number one, number two. If I was to make a top 10 list, most common mistakes in algebra, like all of algebra, this would be like 1 or 2. This is way up there, really easy mistake to make. So watch out. It's really like it's a minefield. It's so easy to just not see it and trip over it. You know what I mean? Watch out. Really common mistake is that when you're subtracting two fractions to only do the front guy and forget that it has to actually distribute. You have to subtract the whole top, not just the front part. So it has to go back here as well. And so once you get that, you're good. The rest is pretty simple. Just what? 3 on the top, 4x plus 1x, that's 5x. And 2 minus 2 just cancels. So, okay, so then now do we stop there? Well, no, actually now that we have this, we can cancel. Here, let me rewrite it, maybe make it noise. This is 5x over 3xx. That's what x squared really means, huh? And so now you can cancel one of these with one of these. And so we're left with 5 over 3x. It's okay to cancel those x's at the end because they're multiplied, huh? They're times. They're not added, subtracted. They're not glued together. So it's totally fine to cancel multiplied items. We just cannot cancel added or subtracted items, right? So there's our final answer, 5 over 3x. We couldn't cancel back here or anything because they were still adding and subtracting going on. But once this stuff dropped out and the 4x and 1x made 5x, then we could cancel, get 5 over 3x. There's our final answer. So watch out, really common mistake when you're subtracting to let that subtraction distribute to the whole, all the terms in the upper right. Subtract the whole fraction, all the terms in the upper right, not just the front part. There we go.